I used to think that saving up my money and buy whatever the heck I want is giving me the best feeling ever. But that is not until I discovered something else that gives me more joy, and that is having online classes. I'm just kidding, and that is investing. Well, obviously, because this whole channel is about investing. So here are the things that I've learned throughout 1 year of investing, being a 20-year-old dude, and I feel so old now. Damn. Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to this channel. My name is Denis, and today we're going to be talking about what I learned after 1 year of investing. And if you're from Malaysia and you're planning to invest into Bitcoin with Luno, might as well just use the referral code in the description box below. 25 ringgit for you and I. It's a win-win situation. So, free money, go get it. And if you're new from this channel, do consider subscribing if you're interested in stocks, cryptocurrencies, and sometimes app reviews, because that is what I normally talk about on this channel. Before I start, here is a disclaimer. I am not a financial advice, so don't take my word for it, and let's just begin the video. So first thing that I learned throughout 1 year of investing is that I learned the power of money. What that means is that I start to know the power of 1 ringgit or $1 can do for me. And because of that, I started to track my expenses even more strictly. Even though I had this habit back in when I was 16 years old, which is 2017, I started tracking my expenses back then, but I track them even more strictly right now. I even limit my own spendings so that I can invest more. I hope there's nothing wrong with that. So all of the outfits and the shirt that I'm wearing right now or anytime when I'm outside, it looks cheaper than it really is. I get them all from Taobao, which is the Chinese online shop, and that is how I stay fresh and still spend less. So the second thing that I learned throughout 1 year of investing is compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. In relation to number 1, that is when I know the potential of $1 today can make me a lot more money tomorrow or maybe sometime in the future. According to Einstein, he who knows it enjoys it, and he who does not pays it. Damn, I feel so poetic right now. But in all simpler words, that means your money is making you more money, and that more money is making you even more money, and the process just repeats.
It's free real estate.
So that is when I started to stop spending on anything else other than just buying stocks and maybe other assets that I'm interested in. The third lesson here is rather controversy, but it is the truth, and that is how not to exchange your time for money. So investing in the long term is basically passive. You don't have to put in the amount of hours to exchange the money, which is called capital gains when you talk about stocks. And it does not have any relation with the hours you put in, like your job. You have to work for 8 hours for 10 ringgit. So in total, in a day, you make about 80 ringgit or $20. So that is when you call it active. And investing, you basically just put a bunch of money into stocks, and when it appreciates in value, all you gotta do is sell them if you want to, and that's how you make money. It's basically passive, and it's really cool. If you only have one source of income and you're just working to pay off bills and then to go back to work and to pay off the bills again, it's just basically like you're swimming in circles and going nowhere. So the key to financial freedom, I think it's to build passive income streams, and stock market is the only way that I know how to. Apart from that, I think you can go for real estate or maybe other assets or businesses, but there's no such thing as truly passive or 100% passive in my beliefs. But that's a topic for another time, and that is one of the lessons that I've learned throughout 1 year of investing. So let's move on to point number 4, and that is not everything is in your control. So the best example we can use is the 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I don't really remember, but the GameStop stock market situation. That has been a very controversial topic. A lot of people are just talking about how rigged the stock market game is, and the answer is yes, the stock market is rigged. It is made for the rich to win and for the poor to lose. So all you gotta do is to invest in the long term. For my recommendations, I think about 6 months to 1 year minimum of holding a stock, and do some research in the company that you're about to invest into, and that is how you actually maximize your potential of your money. Anything shorter than 6 months, it's basically like swing trading or maybe day trading. So trading basically is like playing chess with an opponent who already knows what your next move is, like the rich people and an institutional investor. But in that case, if you're trading, you're basically addicted to a losing game.
I got addicted to a losing game.
unless you are a full-time trader with a full-time knowledge, you really spend time into, learning how to trade, then that's a different type of topic, because that is when you treat trading as your full-time job. Which then brings me to the final point that I've learned in 1 year of investing, which is trading is not the way to go for most people. And I gotta admit, at first I got into the stock market or the forex market because of trading. Because we want the quick money, we want to make pocket money. That's what we think. At first, when I was newbie, all that I can think was to make some quick buck and then, to go spend it. And that is when I actually put some money into All-In Trade. It's an app where you can bet whether the forex goes up or it goes down. I didn't lose any money, but I did not gain any money, because at first I started to make a profit and then I just lost it all. And then that is when I started to be curious and started to educate myself more on how to invest in the stock market. And after that, I became a changed man. And I feel like there is so much more than just making money in the short term in the stock market. So if any of the newer investors here watching this video looking for advice to invest in the stock market, you came to the wrong place. But I hope that this video could help you to invest better and safer. From my knowledge, hopefully you guys don't make the mistakes that I made. I didn't make a lot of mistakes back then because I was really careful, as these are my money. So try to always do research before jumping into the next thing or the trend. That is to prevent yourself from losing a lot of money without you knowing. With that being said, stay safe. Selamat Hari Raya to all of my Muslim friends who are celebrating. Happy holidays to people who are not. With all of that being said so many times, I'll see you in the next video.